The first card you have for your past is the Ace of Cups. So yeah, obviously this is, I'm seeing a lot of sadness already. Yeah, obviously this is a card of huge emotions. I'm seeing that you've been through a lot. Yeah, you really have been through a lot. I'm actually seeing you wanting to be heard. That's what I'm seeing in this card. You wanted to be heard. Someone wasn't listening to you, and whoever this was, they weren't seeing your needs as being important. Your needs are important, but this is not how this person was seeing you. Now, I'm seeing you were trying to get through to them. You were really, really trying to get through to them. Because if you look at this cup, it has some tiny bells just around the stem. So, yeah, obviously, if you're ringing bells, they need to be heard. You're ringing them out and you want people to hear you. But yeah, you wanted them to hear you, but whoever this was just wasn't listening to you. And this was quite a serious situation. It wasn't just like, hello, can you talk to me? And they say no. It was very serious. This was about something quite serious, whatever this was, because I'm feeling this quite seriously, that it's quite heavy. It's a very heavy situation. So yeah, this really affected you. I'm seeing tears around this as well, with these tears coming down. And whatever this was about, you just had to find your strength and you just had to move on. You just had to move forward with your life. You might have left this person behind. You might have had to have left more than one person behind, but definitely one person. It isn't like you do this every day. It's not like you just walk off like that. And, you know, it's really against your nature to just get up and walk off and leave and, you know, do that. But you had to do that. You know, you're usually a really fluid person. You're adaptable, but you couldn't adapt to this. This is one thing you could not adapt to. You just weren't prepared to be treated in this way. And, you know, I'm really glad you weren't. Because I'm feeling this is very heavy. I mean, what I'm seeing and what I'm saying is they weren't listening to you, but it wasn't just they weren't listening to you. It was something very heavy, very deep, very important. And you were really, really hurt very badly. So the next card you have for your past is the Nine of Cups. So yes, you did distance yourself from whoever this was. And in this card, I'm seeing a combination of satisfaction and loneliness. So it's a little bit like you hadn't gotten true satisfaction yet, but you kind of knew that you probably would in the end. But there was also a little bit of satisfaction that you'd finally left this person. But, you know, there was a lot of loneliness in this card. And, you know, it wasn't easy. It wasn't easy being away from this person. Now, even though they weren't a good person, obviously they weren't good for you. But it was still hard to leave them. It was still hard to be by yourself. Now, a lot of people don't understand this. They kind of think, oh, if they're a bad person, you just leave. It's easy. No, it's not. I mean, if you've ever thought of, you know, these domestic violence situations. Now, I'm not saying you were in that situation. I mean, you were in a not good situation, but it wasn't like this. I hope it wasn't. I don't think it was. But, you know, you hear of these people in these situations and other people say to them, you know, and they stay with these people, and other people on the outside say, well, why don't you leave? Just leave. And it's not that easy to leave. There's a lot of psychological things going on. There are a lot of kind of very complex issues and things happening there. It's not easy to just walk off and leave. And so, yeah, and so it wasn't easy for you to walk off and leave. And once again, I'm not saying that you're in that kind of a situation. I'm just using that as an example. But yeah, it wasn't easy for you to do this, but you did do this. So, you know, I think you'd also gotten so used to being around this person that it was really hard for you to adjust to being apart from them. So you're probably still adjusting. You're probably still going through this adjustment. It's very difficult. And, you know, eventually you'll be feeling a lot more comfortable and you'll be feeling a lot more satisfied, like the man in this card. But it's going to take time. It's going to take time for you to feel totally comfortable and okay. So yes, the last card you have for your past is the Six of Wands. So yeah, this is the victory card. So you should really be proud of yourself, actually, for moving on, being independent, getting away from this situation. But you probably didn't feel very victorious or triumphant at this time. I think you were still going through all of this emotionally. And you will see this in time, but you couldn't see this at this time. That's what I'm seeing. I'm also looking at this white horse. And a white horse can be a symbol of purity. So this tells me that your intentions were pure. You didn't just walk off in a hurry or walk off for no reason or for the wrong reasons. It's not like you just had a disagreement and you just walked off. This was something very heavy and very serious, and I'm feeling that as well. I'm still feeling that. So you also didn't want to harm anyone. You had pure intentions. So yeah, you just had to take care of yourself in the end, because whoever this was that wasn't listening to you, they weren't taking care of you. So you had to take care of yourself. It was something that you had to do out of necessity. That's what I'm seeing. So the first card you have for your present is the Four of Pentacles. So yeah, obviously, again, I'm seeing you've been through a really horrible time with whoever this was, whoever this is. I'm seeing selfishness as well, because I'm seeing this man in the Nine of Cups, and also this man here who's holding on to this coin so tightly. He's being selfish. He's not letting anyone have it. So, you know, there could have been even some problems around money between you. But, you know, now you're in charge of things. You're in charge of the money. You're in charge of everything else for yourself. You are making your own decisions. So, you know, I'm seeing that with everything you've been through, it's probably going to take you a long time to open up to anyone else emotionally again. But that's probably the very last thing on your mind at this time anyway, with everything that's still on your mind. So you might even be thinking, never again. I don't want to ever be with anyone ever again. You might be feeling like that. But, you know, you will want to be with someone again, and you will be with someone again. But before then, you have a lot to get over emotionally. You have a lot to get over in a lot of different areas. So, you know, just take your time. Don't try to rush this process. You know, how you feel is how you feel. And these are your feelings. This is your experience. So let yourself feel these feelings. And they're your feelings. And there are no rules. There are no rules about how you should be feeling, how long it takes for you to feel this way, what you should feel at different times and stages. Don't let anyone tell you you should be feeling this or that. You know how you feel, and how you feel is how you should be feel. They're your feelings. So the next card you have for your present is the Hierophant. So yeah, I know this reading sounds really negative. And it seems really negative, but it actually isn't, because you're actually getting out of this situation, or you've already gotten out of this situation. So that's positive. It's a bad situation, but you're getting out of it. That's the positive thing around this. And, you know, I'm seeing, you know, you're getting out of a situation with someone who's quite dominant. And that's what I'm seeing in the Hierophant. And yeah, that's the main thing. You're moving out. You're moving on. You're moving out of this situation. And this card's also showing me that there are some people around you who really do want to support you. The Hierophant sometimes can be seen as a priest or even a counsellor sometimes. So, you know, if you feel that you need to see a counsellor, please do that. Don't hesitate. Go and talk to them. But also speak to friends, relatives, or anyone who you feel safe or comfortable to speak to. Talk to those people as well. You know, you have a lot of support around you. I can see that here. And also in the Six of Wands. The Six of Wands is riding along, and he has so many people around him, supporting him, cheering him on. So you have a lot of people around them. So please go to those people, talk to them. They want to help you. They want you to come to them. So the last card you have for your present is the Three of Wands. So yeah, you might not see it now, but you do have a brighter future in front of you. This golden, beautiful sky and this beautiful golden sea that's in front of this man. So you might be feeling as if, you haven't progressed in any way, or you haven't gotten very far emotionally. But again, I'm seeing that you have. You really, really have. You've gotten a lot further than you think you are. So, yeah, the other thing I'm seeing in this card is that I'm actually seeing 3 people around you. There are 3 people around you who you're very close to, very, very close to. So they might be close friends, they might be family, close family, or they might be people you live with. But one of these people is your strength. One of these people is the person, the perfect person for you to talk to. This person understands you, they know you closely, they're closely to you physically as well. They're right near you somewhere, and they want to help you. So they want to support you. So hold on to this person, lean on them, just like this man's holding on to this wand. Talk to them, confide in them. They want you. They want you to help them. They want to help you. They want you to come to them so they can help you. That's what I'm seeing. They want you to lean on them. And at this time, take advantage of anyone who wants you to lean on them. I don't mean that in a bad way. I don't mean use people, but I mean, just if people say, I'm here for you, they're not just saying it to say it. Sorry about that. They're not just saying it for fun. And this person definitely isn't just saying it for fun. This person is there for you. They are your strength. I keep on seeing that. They are your strength. So, the first card you have for your future is the 3 of Swords, yes. Yeah, I know this isn't an easy process. It's going to be a very hard process still. Excuse me. Sorry about that. Excuse me, headphone wearing people. I'm sorry I scared you. So yes, take care of yourself. That's all I have to say. You're still going through this process. It's very rough. Take care of yourself. If you feel like confiding in people and talking to people, then do that. If you feel like being by yourself for a while, do that as well. You do whatever it takes for you to put yourself together again after this really terrible time. So, your emotions are probably going to be feeling a bit like the storm in this card, but it's going to pass. Every storm passes and then the sun comes out. I know that sounds really corny. I'm sorry about that. That sounds really, really cringy. But yes, be kind to yourself in the meantime while this storm's here. You have a lot of emotional changes that you're going to have to go through. But you also have a lot of practical changes to go through. You might have a lot of practical things that you haven't done. You might have been sitting around really upset. You might have things, people to call, things to do, things to arrange. You might even be changing your address. You might be changing a lot of things, whatever practical things. So, write these down on a list, work through the list, and get on with these practical things. And that's also going to help you to focus. That's what I'm seeing there. So the next card you have for your future is Temperance. So yeah, this is a beautiful card. This is probably one of my favorite cards. It can be about alchemy, changing a bad thing into a better thing. It can be about all sorts of different things, excuse me. So yeah, you're gradually going to be getting your strength back. I'm actually seeing you gradually becoming very, very independent, even fiercely independent. And yeah, okay, I'll just tell you what else I'm seeing in this card. Sorry about that car going past. Yeah. Someone's trying to come back into your life. It's this person. That's what I'll say. That's all I'm going to say. It is this person. They're not coming back to be with you. They're coming back to get some kind of closure. Now, I don't like using that word, but that's the only word I can think of to describe this. Now, think very, very carefully before you decide to let this person in again. You're a lot stronger than you were, but you're still very fragile. You're still in a fragile state at this time. So please be careful. Don't let them push you backwards again. Now, they want closure, but what do you want? Think about what you want. Were they thinking about you when they weren't listening to you? When you were ringing your bell, when you were calling out to them, were they listening to you? Were they caring about you? Were they thinking about what you want? No. Should you think about what they want now? Probably not. Of course, this is up to you, but this is what I'm seeing. I don't want you to go backwards. I care about you. Don't go backwards. The last card you have for your future is the Lovers. So yes, again, here comes this person again. The man in this card, he's looking toward the woman in this card. Look at that. He's looking to her. But where's she looking? She's looking up at the beautiful angel. So, yeah, they want closure, but, you're going to be looking up to where you want to be and who you want to be. You want to be strong. You want to be spiritual. You want to be independent. You want to be capable. That's how you are aspiring to be. That's how you want to see yourself. And you're nearly there. You're on your way there. You've gained so much wisdom. You've gained so much strength. And, more than you know, more than you realize. And, wisdom, this woman standing in front of the tree of knowledge. That's you standing in front of the tree of knowledge, looking up to this beautiful angel. That's where you're heading, not back over to where this man is. This is the Garden of Eden, and you're in front of the tree of knowledge, but look what's in the tree, a snake. Don't choose the snake, choose the angel. That's what I'm seeing there. So, Pisces. Now, I know this was very specific. I know it sounded very negative. I know it will probably only resonate with a few people.